Hi. I have another batch of final spell reports to go over with you guys. Not too many today, only 4, because we have some spells still currently going from yesterday. As you can see, both of the commanding spells and one of the commitment spells is still burning. So, I'm sorry, guys. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I've got 2 glass candles, 7-day candles, to go over. And this one is, let's see, this is SS. This is your new home spell, okay? So first thing we look at is, did it burn all the way down to the bottom? Now, in this situation here, there is some wax left in the bottom. Now, does that mean that the petition wasn't accepted and that it's not going to work? No. It just may mean that there are maybe some blockages or a blockage in your specific request or blocking your specific request. It may also be that your petition is granted. However, it's granted in a different way than you previously, had hoped, or that you thought it would be, or something like that. A little bit of wax down there does indicate, something might be. Again, it could be that the petition was, very specific, and um, that they're going to grant the new home request, but they can't meet all of the specific, little things that were requested, or something along those lines. Okay. It can also be a blockage, within ourselves, like a need to take action. Magic, is a very powerful tool in your toolkit, that you use to navigate through life. But and not saying that this is accurate or true for you, but this just goes in any situation where you've got this happening. This could say that what needs to happen next is that we have to take some sort of action, or do something in order to manifest what we're trying to manifest. So just some things to consider there. Just apply it to your situation, SS, however that fits. All right, next thing we're looking for is smoke in the glass. So you can see that the glass is cloudy here, but that's not actually smoke. Let me just check. Hold on. No. All right. So it's actually a waxy film that's left on the glass. I don't take it as smoke, because it's not. It looks like smoke, but it's actually wax. There's a little bit of white smoke up there, maybe a little dark smoke on this side too. So what that would mean then, there's no like major battles or obstacles that need to be fought. Now, I know we said there was a blockage here, but seeing like a significant amount of smoke up here would mean, that there's some sort of heavy obstacles that are needing to be overcome or something like that. And I'm not seeing that. The third thing is, I'm looking for rings in the wax that go all the way around the glass. They have to be full and complete, all the way around. And that indicates a unit of time, or a measure of time. And in this situation, you do have some. Let's see. All right, so starting there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 that are full and complete, and I know that's incredibly difficult to see, but it's these down here, and they do go all the way around. I did check it. So 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, the month of May, the 5th of the month, the number 5 is going to be significant in some way to your manifestation. Could be an address as well on a new home spell, something like that. Okay. All right, SS, that is what I have for you, dear. Let's see. Thank you again for allowing me to work with you. Okay, AJ, this is your Saint Expedite petition candle. So let's see here. So first things first, we're going to look to see if it burned all the way down to the bottom. And in this situation, yes, we can actually see through the glass on the bottom of the candle, which means an accepted petition, a successful, you know, spell, if that's, if that makes sense. Typically when we see, through the bottom of the glass there, it means your petition is accepted and being worked on currently. Um, I'm looking for smoke, and AJ, I really don't have any. It's a very clear burn. There is wax residue on the bottom, of course, as you can see there. But as far as smoke goes, the glass is very clear. So again, no heavy obstacles to overcome, no heavy battles to fight with regard to this is what's indicated by that. And then looking for full and complete rings. Let me just hold it into the light. I want to say this one, but then you've got a spot. It's so hard to show you without revealing the info on it. I don't want to do that. So, but there's a spot where the ring, it's almost complete, but then there's like an inch of space where it breaks up. So I don't count that one. And then there's like the blob kind of here at the bottom. There are some rings in that, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I thought these were full and complete too, and they're not. Okay, you do have some. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the number 4 could be significant to the manifestation in some way. 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, hopefully not that long, but you get the point. Or the fourth day of the month, or, something around the number 4 is significant here. Now, AJ, when this manifests for you, I need you to let us know if you can. Please send an Etsy message to let us know when Expedite delivers on our request, because when he does, I owe him the offerings that I promised him in the beginning, which are a pound cake, some roses, some cold water, and a candle. So, and then it's recommended also public praise. I need to tell folks that Expedite came through for us. But I ask that you also do some sort of public, accolades for Expedite. A lot of people take an anonymous ad in the newspaper. There's a bunch of Facebook groups, a bunch of, social media platforms that are specifically dedicated. Like some people make an anonymous video, like not showing their face, and then, talking about what Expedite did for them and thanking him and praising him. And then if you look in the comments of those videos, you'll see further, praise and proclamation from other people. So that's another option as well. Just, it's important to publicly thank Saint Expedite when he comes through for you, because, that's what's part of the deal. That's part of the bargain that we had with him, is to, spread his name across the world. Let it be known that he's amazing. Okay, so that is you, AJ. Thank you again for your patience and everything. Okay, I have here BD. This is your forgiveness spell. So looking from the top, as you can see, burned all the way down to the plate, self-extinguished, which is good. Your wick was doing some really cool things. In the inside, it looked like somehow it was like looped around when it was made, the candle, and so it had like this like circle within it that was like burning. It was very cool. So I'm sorry I didn't get a picture, but it only lasted for like a minute, actually seeing it, and then by the time I grabbed, the camera, it was gone. So let's see. All right. Okay, you also have, and I don't know why every spell is doing this right now, but like every candle spell that we're doing like this has this little standing up piece to it. Now, in this situation, I see two people kind of walking side by side. I'm going to show it to you from this side because that's how I see it. See what I mean? It's like maybe a shorter person or a feminine, and then there's a taller person here, and they're kind of walking together. It looks from this angle almost like birds, maybe eagles. I don't know what that might be. So from the back. So interesting. What is that? I don't know. This almost looked like a hand, like reaching up in some weird way, but it looks like people. To me, that's two people, and then maybe like a dog or a kid or some other smaller, creature over here. But yeah, I mean, I can clearly see like a two people together, if that makes sense. So for a forgiveness spell, that's probably a pretty good sign. All right, let's see what's on the bottom. It broke into a couple pieces. Okay, so we have two pieces here, and this is the first one. I'll hold this up so that you can also see, and you can, screenshot, or let me block my face with it, or pause the video if you want to. There it is. Turn it that way too. Huh. I don't know if ooh, okay. I don't know if there are children involved in this situation, or anything like that, but there's for some reason I am picking up on the energy of children here. I see specifically It looks like three to me, but one, two, and three, maybe they're people together. It could be, it could coincide with the, thing that we saw on the top as well, because I did think there was three parties involved in that too. But it looks like silhouettes or figures of people. Now, this doesn't have to be people here on earth right now. This can be, ancestors, spirit guides, crossed over loved ones, something along those lines as well. But I do see specifically three people in there, especially this looks like a guy over here, masculine energy of some sort, somebody that maybe wears a suit or wore a suit, in life somehow. I don't know. All right, so there's that. Now let's look at the bigger piece. There's kitty fur on it. I apologize. It must have been on the plate when I was setting it up. Whoop. All right. So here's this one. Okay, so the first thing I kind of saw over here was a whale. Now, does that mean that a whale is going to make a grand appearance in here's Mr. Happy Whale right here. So it's like a cartoon whale almost, but there's his body, his head, and then I see his little tail kind of splashing up in the waves there. Now, again, does that mean that a whale is going to, land into the middle of your storyline? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, could have significance already to the situation, but it could also be symbolic. I would look up definitely the spiritual, meaning of whales. You know, See if that resonates at all. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but there could be like a spirit animal involvement here, or there could be a message in the spiritual meaning of, seeing one of those animals as well. Yeah, that's all I'm pulling out of that one. So again, sorry about the weird message. I know that's kind of, odd. Actually, no, there's a face. There's something here. You got people popping into your spell. Like it's like the ancestors are showing up to help you out. Look at this. It's a silhouette of somebody. I don't know if you can see it, but I see a face looking at the whale. There's like some sort of headdress on or a hat of some sort. See, there's somebody looking at the whale. So again, this can be crossed over loved one, ancestor, spirit guide that you don't even know, you know what I mean? Something like that. It looks to me like an elderly feminine energy. It looks almost like a grandma kind of energy. Um, See her? So yeah, I'm seeing somebody in a bonnet there. It almost looks like they have their hands on a steering wheel and that like the Mary Short, like like grandma used to drive, like that sort of vibe going on. Or they're riding some sort of, what is this? I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep with this, but they could be riding some sort of a horse or other, animal there. It's not coming through clearly as a horse, you know what I mean? But this person, I'm just seeing their hands gripping something or clutched to something not in a bad way, It could be symbolic of someone headed towards you. It could be, again, I don't know what that message is going to mean specifically for you. So try to break it down and maybe take something out of that because there's, probably something pretty important there as it relates to this spell. Well, um, I hope this was helpful for you, dear. Thank you again for allowing me to work with you and very best of luck to you in that whole situation. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. RF, we have here your fiery wall. See, so there it is from the top. As you can see, it's a full and complete burn. No no issues. It didn't catch on fire. It didn't go out prematurely. A lot of times with fiery walls, people come to me for them when they're already under attack. It is best to do your protection work before you are attacked, and of course, that's, a lesson that everybody in the spiritual world or realm has to learn. If you're into this stuff, it's an important lesson. Um, but a lot of people come when they're already under some sort of spiritual attack or something. And when I do the fiery wall of protection spell, it'll, go up in flames. It'll light on fire, stuff like that. Yours did not do that. So just letting you know, like that, it's a good sign. You know what I mean? It was a full and complete burn, melted down the way it was supposed to without nothing in the burn showed me that there was any sort of imminent threat, to you or to your family, spiritually right now. Again, only you know your true circumstances, and that may be. But if there is something you feel was threatening, towards you or your family, I wouldn't worry too much about it on a spiritual realm. Okay, it looks like you're protected. Okay, let's see. That does not mean that they won't still try you. Of course, they will try you. But what happens is, there are lessons that were gleaned when you saw the true character of this person. God showed you who they were, specifically and clearly. And so it's now up to you to apply those lessons that you learned or what God showed you, and use that information to make decisions as to where you expend your energy moving forward. And that just, that goes for everybody. But so, I mean, there's still, the people are going to always try to attack, right? Always. There's predators everywhere in the spiritual realm and the earthly realms, all of it. You just have to be able to apply the lessons that you've already learned and the clarity that God gives you, to every situation, and go from there. So, but it does, again, you have a heavy layer of protection on you now. Here's the bottom of this. Interesting. All right, let's take a look. I swear I mean, I don't know if you guys can see the figure here, but I mean, yeah, like the head, the arms, armly type things. But yeah, this is almost like it looks like a spider, almost like very in a weird way, like an arachnid. All right. And this might be what, has been bothering you guys. This might be what's trying to infiltrate, into your energy space, infiltrate your life in some way. But as you can see, it's been blocked. Okay. It's been blocked. There's a hole right here. And in this particular storyline, this particular spell read, this does not go for every fiery wall of protection. This is specific to this one. I would say that there could be someone who might be more susceptible in the group of people that we cast for, to letting those energies or this dark energy in. Okay, so this can be somebody who's very empathetic, very kind, somebody who doesn't see the bad in people but only the good, that type of thing. Just make sure you take extra, precautions with that person. Make sure they're, safe and protected from any sort of like infiltrating energy. And just getting that again, that was just a download from spirit there. Let's see. The top of it looks like some sort of scene or some sort of, again, I'm going to leave this up to your interpretation, because it looks, I can't make out exactly what it is, but it looks like it was making something that may make sense to you. This could be a bull. Okay, a bull can be a Taurus. A bull can be represented in a lot of other ways as well, or a ram. All right, there's that piece, and we got a little piece right here. All right, here's the top of that little piece. I don't know if I see anything in that. Okay, here's the bottom. Lord. All right, so there's a couple of things I'm kind of seeing here. It's almost like a painting. It's so weird. But so this to me looks like the moon, okay? This looks like a tree, like the shadow of a tree, okay? And then there's someone or something kind of sitting here, in close proximity to the tree. There's like a background here. This could be other trees, that we're seeing through the light here, but yeah, I don't know what significance this has to you or your life or your storyline. But I just wanted to point it out because I do see that. Hmm. Almost like a big tree, and then here's a house. You see what I mean? Like an older house, a two-story house, or a barn, something like that. But yeah, the tree, the trunk of the tree, the house right here, and then I see these figures or this figure. There may be a dog or a cat figure sitting here with his back turned to us. All right, there's his hand, arm, head, kind of like looking at the tree. And again, I have no idea what this means to you guys. Could be anything, but maybe hopefully that's some helpful information for you in some way. Okay. Thank you very much again, RF. I appreciate the opportunity to serve you and your family. I appreciate your trust in me. Thank you very, very much. And I hope that spell will serve you very well. Um, okay, so those are the final reports for today, guys. I am going to be back in a little bit. I've got a couple of things going on. One of them is I'm going to schedule myself to do live readings tomorrow. Now, I still have questions from Friday that I need to answer, and I'm going to go through that chat after this actually and pull the questions out for people that donated that did not get their questions answered. So I'm going to do that. But what I'm going to do is try to structure it going forward. Um, that it would be maybe we'll do like once a week a prepaid like PayPal, Venmo, one question, one answer thing for very, very little. And we can, make it to where you send your payment in first, and then I can get your question and have it written out and stuff so that we make sure everybody's questions get answered. I'm just trying to put some structure or organization around those types of readings because I know a lot of you guys are looking for them, and I'm happy to help deliver them now that I'm doing so much better. But it's, I want to make sure that everybody that donates gets their question answered as well. So we probably do, Cash App or Venmo donations. And the reason for that is that YouTube takes 50% of any super chats that you get. So it's a well-known thing. I'm not making that up at all, but it would help reduce the amount of fees that we're paying, unnecessarily to YouTube. Again, super chats will be accepted. Don't get me wrong. If that's what the only way you can do it, or if that's the way you want to do it, but we're gonna try to structure it to where everybody's getting the best bang for their buck and avoiding kind of these highway robbery type of fees. Okay, all right, guys, that is what I have for this batch of final reports. I'll be back in a little bit to do the rest of the super chat questions from Friday, and then I'll have a better idea of how we're going to structure this going forward as far as the one question readings as well. Thank you guys so much. Have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you in just a bit. Bye.